Have I ever told you that I love gadgets? And not just regular gadgets, but really, really cool gadgets like this one. You might be thinking, hey, I think I've seen you do a review of a light bulb just like that. And you did, but that was actually this one. This is a completely different brand. This is a company called EBULB. And the idea behind this is you plug this into a lamp or a light and you turn it on and it charges an internal battery. And then if the power were to go out, the light bulb would still work. Ah, that's a pretty cool idea. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. My channel is dedicated to reviewing mostly as seen on TV items. I look at some consumer gadgets, other household items. Once in a while, I do a little bit of a DIY just because I like to. If that interests you, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel and click the bell below so you're notified every time I release a video just like this one. One more thing, don't forget to check down in the description for my social medias. Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I would love it if you would follow me over there too. Now, let's take a closer look at this EBULB to see if it's any good. All right, so here we have the Boundery EBULB. It's an emergency power LED light bulb that's supposed to work when the power goes out. I found this in the as seen on TV section at my local Walmart. All right, so I bought this for about 10 bucks. So in there I get, well, it looks like one light bulb and maybe a little connection here that I could use to operate it. So I did a review of one of these not that long ago. Different brand, pretty cool thing. Let's see if there's any charge from the factory. Ooh, that's pretty cool. All right, so let me read through the directions. There's nothing included in the box, so I'm just going to read through the box and I'll let you know what we've got to do. All right, so the directions tell us to charge this for about 8 hours. And all we do to charge it is we screw it into a lamp and turn that lamp on. Watch this. I can make the connection go just by touching. Boop. Very cool. I did note this. So if you can see here, let's see if I can get a zoom in on here. This is the EBULB. See how it says EBULB? And I have part number CP-BL019WE. Well, here's my Jack and Lux bulb that I reviewed not that long ago. It's the same part number. How interesting is that? Anyway, so let me go run this for about 8 hours and then we'll see how long it works on power. This is interesting. See, when I got the Jack and Lux one, it came with a little tiny thing I can plug my lamp into. This one didn't come with it. But then again, it did say that this is a smart bulb where it knows if it gets unplugged or if the power goes out, it knows the difference. So I'm excited to try that out. And I actually want to see if this one knows the difference. I'm going to put it through the same test. All right, so I have this plugged in. It's charging. I hang this little part, the attachment, just right near the lamp if I ever need to use it. And that way I don't lose it. But here it is charging. 8 hours from now, we're going to run this and see how long the battery of the little light bulb will run. Here I have my EBULB. It's been charging now in this lamp for 8 hours. I have hooked up this attachment so I can power it by clicking the top button. So I'm gonna check back in a couple hours just to see if the light is still usable. I remember from the Jack and Lux video I did, after a few hours, even though it still was lit, I couldn't really tell. It wasn't usable light. I will say, right off the bat, I noticed that running on battery, it's a whole lot dimmer than it was when it was plugged in. Let's check back in a couple hours. I've had this EBULB running for almost 3 hours now, and you can tell that it still has power and it's still producing light. That being said, the light isn't as great as it used to be. All right, so if I put this on the ground like that, and I'm going to turn this one on, the Jack and Lux one, and this one now has been charging for 8 hours. I haven't used it yet. You can see that this power just really puts this light to shame right now because this one just, you know, brand new, fresh. It looks like they're very similar on here, but realistically in person, the Jack and Lux one is much brighter right now. So you get about 3 good hours of use when they are running on their battery, which is pretty good. Like, you don't have to leave it on for 3 straight hours. You just go into a room, turn it on, then turn it off when you leave the room. So it is pretty convenient. I will say when they're charging and they're running, this gets really hot, like a lot warmer than a typical light bulb would. So I just wanted you to note that. So tell me, What do you think of these rechargeable light bulbs that work in an emergency? Is this something that you would use in your house? Do you have these? Let me know down in the comment section below. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and test to see if this really can detect a power outage and still work. Let's go try that out. All right, so I took off the globes in here just because the light bulbs wouldn't fit with them. In the middle, that's just a regular LED bulb. This is the Jack & Lux bulb, and this is the E-bulb. What I'm gonna go do now is I'm gonna go shut off the fuse to this bathroom light and see if it still will light up. Off, on. Let's go shut off the fuse. All right, so we are fuse number 18. Let's shut that off. And let's go check to see if our light bulbs work. All right, so now that we've gone and turned the fuse off to this bathroom light, let's see if our light bulbs can detect an actual power outage. Oh, that's cool. They both turned on. So there's no power to this, but they both lit up using the switch. Let's see if I can turn it off. And if I turn the switch off, they turn right off. That is pretty cool. In this video, we were looking at the emergency LED power light bulbs. This one's by a company called Boundery, and it's their E-bulb. I like these kind of things. As I said in the beginning, I like techie items. I will say, I did try them in a lamp, and sometimes I could get the lamp to click on if the power went out, but most of the time I couldn't. So if I tried it out 50 times, maybe 1 or 2 times, it would light on and work. But I don't know, just something with the click, it just didn't work for me. Maybe it has something to do with the connection, where it needs to have a different connection. I just wanted you to know that. However, putting it around my house in ceiling lights or wall lights like I had in the bathroom, every single time I had the power go out, flicked it on, and there it goes. I get about 3 hours out of it, which is a good time, right? Because I won't necessarily leave them on for 3 hours. I'll go into a room, turn it on, and leave, and turn the light off. Therefore, if the power's out for an entire evening or maybe even 2 days, you have some charge in the bulbs. Anyway, one is about 10 bucks. You can buy them in bigger packs, and they are a little less than that at Walmart. I did find them on Amazon. They were a lot more expensive. I will link them down in the description, but I'm also going to link the Jack & Lux ones down there too. They're the exact same bulb with the exact same serial number or item number printed on it. This was Jeff with Jeff Reviews for You. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. Oh wait, one more thing. I forgot. I'm going to link the Jack & Lux review that I did right up here so you can see that. So, by the magic of the internet, if you click on this link right here, I'm going to come join you at that review. Go ahead, click it. It's safe. I promise.